Hello, I'm BX Toycat and welcome back to another video. Today I have some more Minecraft 1.9 for you all. A lot of you did request that I make some more videos because this is the 1.9 release week thing. So what I figured I'd go through today is 10 small changes in Minecraft 1.9 that are actually really cool and kind of useful to know about. So yeah, that's what I've got for you today. 10 small changes coming in Minecraft 1.9. Hopefully you do all enjoy the video. If you do, please do like it and let me know because it helps out the channel a lot and lets me know you do like it. Anyway, let's get straight into it with the first small change that's actually kind of a big deal if you like your redstone, because before this update, redstone used to have a hitbox which covered the whole block. So if I placed it here, for instance, the entire block would be a hitbox. Now they have changed the hitbox for redstone so that actually, corresponds to what the redstone looks like. So when you have a redstone blob like this, as you can see, it's just a random blob fit, it's got this kind of square hitbox smaller than the box around it. So this means you can now break the block below it, so we can hit this if we want to without hitting the redstone off it. This is really handy for quite a few reasons, and I just think that's kind of nice. Also, just as a quick little note, if you actually put a second bit of redstone, they do connect like this, and it changes the hitbox even further. So yeah, as of Minecraft 1.9, the redstone hitbox has in fact changed. The second small change is actually to do with dead bushes, because dead bushes have a technical use for the game now. Like, for the longest time they sat there in deserts and it's like, oh yeah, they're kind of nice, I guess. But now when you break them, you have a small chance of getting sticks. So let's say you spawn inside a desert biome, then you might want to break these to get some sticks if you don't have enough wood. I don't know. I think it's nice that they have some use, even if it's a completely marginalized one. And yeah, that is the second use for, dead bushes, or that is the second, small change, and an actual use for dead bushes in Minecraft. I think it's kind of nice, and that's that right there. Let's move on to the third nice small change, which is actually to do with water buckets, and it's to do with cauldrons. So I have mocked cauldrons before in many videos, and I've also gone through their actual uses, but one of the big problems with cauldrons is the fact that you put water in them like this, and up until this point, from 1.0 to 1.8, what would happen is the water stays inside there. You have to use water bottles to get it out, and then it just eventually goes away. Now you can actually use a bucket to scoop out the water from a cauldron and move it to another one, or just use it for an infinite source. So I think this is a nice change because it means that now a cauldron is just kind of like a storage place for water. Because before it was just infinitely better to be like, instead of having a cauldron, you just dig a hole in the ground and then do it like that, because you could fill bottles from that infinitely rather than 3 times. Now if you want to, you can switch between the two, and I just think it's a nice little change, giving the cauldron a bit more use and also just allowing you to do this. So yeah, this is small change number 3. Now buckets can be filled from the full cauldron if you want to, and you can obviously move stuff around and do that sort of stuff. So yeah, that is change number 3. Change number 4 that I think is small, but also, kind of worth knowing about, because, it's not one you're going to run into every single day, but it's one that's really important when you do run into it, because let's say you're playing a UHC of some form, so you're like, okay, so I'm going to craft myself an enchanted golden apple, this thing, the purple golden apple, and yeah, because this thing is super OP, if you can get one of these, you are just doing amazing. However, they have changed it in Minecraft 1.9 for a couple of things, so let's make a crafting table so I can show you what I mean, because if you want to craft one of these, you might think, okay, so we use gold blocks and an apple, just like always, but the thing is, as of Minecraft 1.9, you can no longer craft these. So if we just quickly show you rather than talking about it, here is an apple inside a chain of gold blocks. That is how you craft it. I think everyone can agree. You do not get golden apples from crafting anymore. There's only one way, or there's a few ways, but there's only one proper way to get golden apples, and that is by finding them. So yeah, if you want to get golden apples as of Minecraft 1.9 for combat or whatever, you have to find them in either dungeon chests, stronghold chests, or just any sort of random chest, which I think is a interesting change. On the one hand, I like that getting gold isn't just OP and gold farms aren't OP. On the other hand, I think finding it randomly means that it gives you just this random 2.5% chance to just win. Because the golden apple, although it has been altered, so now instead of being the old apple, it gives you a lot more absorption and a lot less OP effects. It's still, look at my health bar. I've now got an extra 8 hearts, and even without, everything else being quite so strong, that's still a really big deal. So yeah, as of Minecraft 1.9, the golden apple is no longer, crafted. It's found naturally, and a lot of people are angry about this change. I think that it's needed. I think being able to craft it means that most people aren't legitimately crafting them anyway. But yeah, that is a change in Minecraft 1.9 you need to be aware of, especially if you do any form of PvP, especially if it's intense PvP. So yeah, let's move on to change number 5, which is actually to do with the shears and their abilities. So shears before this update, okay, here they are, I was looking around for this. Shears before this update had one cool ability if you put silk touch on them, and that cool ability was that if you went for cobwebs, you could shear them and get cobwebs back. Unfortunately, although that is still now true, that's no longer needed, because if you use shears on cobwebs, you just get the cobweb back by default. This is a nice change in 1.9. 1.9, because previously it was a bit weird that you had to, you know, enchant shears and have like a special pair of them just for this one purpose. Now, you know, if you want to get cobwebs, you can get them naturally in survival, because all you have to do is go to an abandoned mineshaft. I mean, this is a fake one, obviously, but you can go to a real abandoned mineshaft and you can get cobwebs in survival now. I think that's quite a nice little change personally. That's just that, because the second use they've added for cobwebs in this update, if we just quickly throw away all of this, is to do with the pumpkin over here. So can you guess what it is? Because it's one of my favorite features they took from the Pocket Edition. Basically, if you make a snow golem like so, now there is something called derp mode on this the snow golem. That's not its official name, but that's what everyone likes to call it, because you know, if you didn't know, you can actually see inside the pumpkin skull, and he has a really weird face. Now, because Pocket Edition did this and they took it from the Pocket Edition, if you right click the snow golem, you get derp mode, and as you can see, it's just the best in my opinion. So yeah, the downside of doing this is, although the snow golem looks a lot funnier when he's alive, when you do decide to kill him eventually, he's actually not going to drop the pumpkin. So I mean, it's not really too important for most things, but you know, it's worth bearing in mind. If you want to have derp mode snow golems, you've got to have a big set of you know, like stuff going along there. So yeah, let's move on to the 7th little small change in this update, which is actually to do with the MC villagers. Also, let's just place that there, and as you can see, it's nice, isn't it? But yeah, let's move on to the 7th change, which involves MC villagers, which hopefully, I think there's one around here somewhere. Oh, there we go, we've got an MC villager. So this sounds like a really bizarre fact, because, you know, they changed a lot of heights in 1.9, but as of this update now, NPC villagers are actually slightly taller than you. You can't probably see it here, but yeah, there we go. NPC villagers are actually slightly taller than you. So, you know, just more proof that we're not really related anyway. I'm shrinking, they seem to be growing. And, you know, a tiny little change also, in case you are curious, is beetroot, one of the new plants you can find, is actually found naturally in NPC villages, and as a result, it means the villagers will now naturally take it as a result of their stuff, although not this one. So yeah, that is another small change in Minecraft 1.9. Villagers are taller and have beetroot. So the 8th small change in 1.9 is going to involve us going into creative. So let's game mode 1. Let's go back into creative, and let's you know, show you the 8th one. And this is one I could not believe the PC didn't have until just now, because it's one we've had on the console, and I'm pretty sure the Pocket Edition, actually Pocket Edition will have it, but you know, it exists on the console, and I just thought it was so weird. But basically, as of 1.8 and prior, you couldn't use ender pearls in creative. So you know, we're in creative right now. If we want to, we can find ender pearl, but this is a 1.9 change exclusively, and it's actually kind of a big deal, because getting around in a creative on a PC has always been hard on the console. You know, like but it didn't actually have this speed movement until recently, and now you can actually use ender pearls in you know, in creative too, which is kind of nice. So yeah, ender pearls are really, really cool, because they allow you to get around a lot faster than you can naturally, and I just think it's a nice little change. So yeah, that's not too good, but yeah, as of Minecraft 1.9, ender pearls are throwable in creative. Also, you got to bear in mind that there is a cooldown, and this cooldown does still apply to creative. So if you look at the ender pearl, my inventory right there, you can see there's that kind of white bar. That is to stop you from spamming them, which is good for yourself, because it means you won't kill yourself. So yeah, ender pearls have been rebalanced massively, but one of the small changes about them is you can use them in creative, which again, I just can't believe it wasn't there before. So let's move on to the next change, which is going to involve an IF ender, and you can guess where we're going, I imagine, because it actually is, you know, one of the very early changes they made that you might have forgotten, because it's kind of a small one. But now, before this update, there was one health bar shared between the big boss mobs. Now, if we get some soul sand, which I always actually have problems finding, if we get some soul sand, and then we get some wither skeleton skulls, we're going to make the wither, and I'm going to show you exactly what happens when you have a two bosses around at the same time. Because right now, I believe, you know, especially on the console, it just kind of breaks the thing. It doesn't let you do it. But what will happen if you go to the end and you make the wither now is it is properly supported and whatnot. And also, as you can see, two separate health bars. The wither has a purple health bar. The ender dragon has a pink one, which is really nice, because it means instead of flipping between the two, it kind of works like that. I believe this also has some amount of way of working for multiple ender dragons, and it can go even beyond two boss mobs. But again, that's something we're not going to see until after 1.9 properly experiment with. Also, while we're here anyway, as you can see, it's got the console feature of the things around the end, and that's kind of nice right there. So as it turns out, we're 9 you know, small changes into this update, right? But that's a weird thing. As it turns out, my list was 9 and I miscounted. So here's your 10th fun fact that we're going to come up with on the fly. So 10th fun little small change they made in 1.9 is to do with the wooden axe. So this is one of the most bizarre things to me, because as it turns out, I was looking at the chart recently, as it turns out, the wooden axe has the same attack damage as a diamond sword. You can read this for yourself right here, and this is a genuine part of the update. As you can see, diamond sword, 7 attack damage. Wooden axe, 7 attack damage. And admittedly, this attacks double as fast, but still, now the wooden axe, if you can, you know, keep the engagement at a distance, is officially as good as a diamond sword. And there's something hilarious about that to me. So yeah, as also, in case you're curious, the diamond sword has the fast attack speed. That is everything well, that's 10 small changes in 1.9 I think you should know about. Let me know what you think of the video in the comments down below, and also please do like the video if you did like it, share it if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here. I make videos like this every single day on my channel, and you know, I wing this one a bit more than normal. Let me thought of that. And yeah, let me know in the comments down below if you want to see more Minecraft 1.9 stuff, and indeed what you want to see, because I'm, 1.9's like the first update in like 15 months, so I'm enjoying checking it out and stuff. Let me know specifically what you want to see, because I want to make a video on like, 5 combat changes or like 5 things on this update. There's a bunch of videos I have planned. Just let me know what you want to see so we can kind of work that out. Also, it looks like the two bosses are fighting together. So yeah, thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.